Hello all and welcome to another update video in the Retrokit 2020 360 challenge, in which I'm trying to get 100,000 Gamerscore in Xbox 360 alone during 2023. And we've done another 58 games in April, and that has got us another 3,325 Gamerscore, which unfortunately, yes, is well behind the monthly amount needed. And that has been the case so far for all 4 months. So far we're up to a grand total all year of 12,959 Gamerscore. But I'm not panicking yet. We're not halfway through the year. Just means yet again I kind of need to re-strategize and rethink about what I'm going to do going forward. Obviously the one achievement out of every game thing, as I keep saying, is holding me back a little bit. Quite a bit actually, and that is something that I need to get wrapped up quite quickly. So my thought is to press on with that. I've got a lot of time off towards the end of June, and hopefully by the end of June, so halfway through the year, I can have at least got that done. I've decided that if I haven't got that done, I'm probably going to have to start diving into some games and actually going for big chunks of Gamerscore out of games that I believe I can do that, rather than going, nope, I've got me one achievement, I'm going to move on to the next game. Even though I have started to sort of get chunks of achievement out of some games as we go along, you'll see that happen in this update, for example. So with that, let's get on with this update and go through the achievements that I've got out of the 58 different games that I've done so this month. And it starts with Paintball 2009. In this one we completed all the training stages, and this was a lot more annoying and took longer than I thought it would have done. So there's quite a few training stages that you need to complete in this. I think there's 3 areas with lots of different little bits that you need to do, and the reason why it took a while is because in that little thumbnail actually you see yourself sort of hiding behind a rock, and there's a training stage you need to do where you need to hide behind a rock, go to the next one, hide behind that rock, go to the next one, hide behind that rock, but at the same time shoot someone across the way that is shooting at you. And it's actually surprisingly a lot more trickier than you would first imagine, and that took a little bit of time, more time than I wanted it to take. But yeah, probably spent somewhere around about the hour and a half mark actually getting that done, and a few multiple attempts at the one where they fire back at you. But we got it done eventually for a quick 30G. Now Minecraft, I got 125G out of that, 10 achievements. That's a lot more than I expected. I actually went into this knowing nothing about how to play Minecraft, you know, didn't even research it or nothing like that. I targeted a couple of achievements. I thought, you know what, that's going to be super easy, and ended up getting some more. So with Minecraft, what I did straight away was I punched a tree until a block of wood popped out. Yep, that was super easy thing to do. Just find a tree and press one button basically, and opening your inventory is an achievement as well. So basically those are the 2 achievements I thought, you know what, too far, and get that done. Workbench, and then pickaxe, I just went round some cobblestones and then was able to construct a furnace as well, harvest some leather, picked on a poor cow, killed him, got some leather, and then I used true achievements to help me make these. But also if you go into sort of the little itinerary of what you can make, it tells you what you need and where to put them on your table. So I was able to make a hoe using plants and sticks, a better pickaxe, and a sword as well. I also then killed a monster, and all of that was done easily within an hour, probably around about half an hour to do. So you can get a lot out of this quickly, and that's exactly what I did without knowing anything about Minecraft and how to play it at all, what to do and where to go within menus and stuff. I was just able to work it out, pick it up, and get all of that done. Right, next up we've got mini ninjas. In that was something that happened during the tutorial. I believe it's found a certain person, and it was, I found Futo, the achievement, find Futo description there. And yeah, after a bit of sort of walking around the village and doing some tutorial stuff, you come across Futo, and boom, achievement unlocked. Not difficult to do, but it will still take around about 20-30 minutes I think to find him and unlock that achievement, but not a difficult one at all. Mine Jack, I remember this one, 2 achievements for the price of 1, very early on in a very short sort of tutorial section. Experienced the wonder of birth as Wanderer, and mine hacked successfully for the first time. The tutorial in this is super short, 5 minutes probably, around that, and both of those achievements will unlock either at the end of it or during it. Can't quite remember, but yeah, just doing that little tutorial enough to get you those. By that, it's Mirror's Edge. This was tutorial based as well. Complete the tutorial. There's a lot to do and learn in this, and lots of different mechanics, and this one does go on for a little bit, so that tutorial will probably take around about half an hour. But yeah, complete the tutorial as per usual in these updates. There's a lot of tutorial stuff and sort of first mission stuff, because as you can imagine, that's where the first achievement's going to pop, and Mirror's Edge was no different. Right, Monopoly Streets, I did target a specific achievement in this. Someone pays you rent before your second turn, so I tried to win the roll at the start to go first, and then obviously hoped that one of the AI players behind me then landed on my square. I think it took like 3 or 4 attempts, but eventually I was able to manufacture that, and I targeted this achievement and eventually got it. Nice little easy 20G out of Monopoly Streets. Above that is Monster Jam, and I remember spending a bit of time, and it's just because I really enjoyed this actually. Really fun game. So we got the win 6 championship events in a row achievement and the 3 events in a row achievement. So yeah, once I got the 3, I thought, you know what, we might as well go for the 6 as well. And the races, I remember once I kind of got out in front, it was actually kind of easy to stay in front as long as you knew what the circuit was, or sort of had a bit of muscle memory from your first lap basically. It's quite easy to actually stay out in front. If you are messing up or you think you're not going to win the event, you can just pause it and restart, and it doesn't sort of affect your streak, because I did have to do that a couple of times where I couldn't quite get in front, or I had to do a different event and I wasn't quite winning it. So but yeah, then it's not difficult to do, and you know what, this was a really fun game, really enjoyed it, and this is one I'm going to want to go back to sooner rather than later. Okay, above Monster Jam is Morph X, and this was a first level. No, it wasn't. It was jumping 100 times. Start the game, jump 100 times on the spot. Boom, easy achievement. It's exactly what I did. I thought it was a tutorial one from memory. Memory failed me there. Jumped 100 times on the spot. Easy achievement. Thank you. Right, MotoGP 06. Win a career mode Grand Prix season on rookie difficulty, and Seed 90 achieved. I think Seed 90 is probably the easiest achievement and the quickest one you can get. However, I think the seasons on this were 13 races, and I finally got to 90th by winning all of the races, and it popped around about race 10 or 11. So knowing that I only had to do 13 races to finish a season, and I was well ahead, and that's all I had to do. It's exactly what I did as well. So yeah, obviously doing 10 or 11 races is going to take quite a while, so I think I ended up spending a couple of hours with this one. But I enjoyed it. I enjoy racing games. I don't mind the bike versions of racing games, although I suck at them. I kind of enjoyed it, so that wasn't a bad thing to spend that time with it. A couple of achievements out of that one. So above 06 is 07, just the one achievement in this. I think I sped through this. I just went into race now, Grand Prix, one race, whatever the mode was called in this, and completed the race without crashing. So the best thing to do is to hover around sort of last, or perhaps even do a qualifying and make sure you don't qualify anywhere but last, and then you can just drive around at a casual, leisurely pace, making sure you do not crash for a nice easy 5G. Right, spent a bit of time with 13, as you'll see, 26 of the 50 achievements, so I actually got over half the achievements on this. So obviously I saw a few achievements which I could target and get done easily and quickly. Creating your custom rider and enter the bike settings in the main menu of the pit. Obviously no real work there at all. And then after that, use technical meeting in the pit to change your bike settings. So yep, once you start a race up, you can do that. Go to track and use rewind, so that's pressing one button using the rewind function. Reaching that speed is pretty much going to happen. A nice long straight on one of the top bikes, which you can pick, is going to get you that one. Replay mode for the first time, so once you've finished a race, make sure you watch a replay before you go on any further, and you'll get that one. Perform the fastest lap in an offline race, so obviously I lowered the difficulty so that it was nice and easy for me but still enjoyable, and of course that then made that easy to do. Won a race from the last position, so I didn't bother with qualifying, and again had it on like rookie difficulty, not difficult at all. Raise your GP level in order to unlock a helmet. So it's got a levelling up system, and I think this levelling up system kept enticing me to play it longer, because I was like, oh well, I'm not far away from this, I'm not far away from this, and that's exactly what happened. I think the helmet unlocks at like level 2, or maybe even it was 3. I don't think it was the first level, but the first few levels on this just obviously just fly up usual XP leveling up stuff. So yep, done a race in the rain and won that again on rookie difficulty, not hard. So yep, raised my GP level to unlock a rider, and I still haven't got to level 5, so maybe the helmet was level 1, who knows, I can't remember. But yep, obviously both those are below level 5, because then I unlocked the level 5 achievement, or maybe that was level 5 as well and it was 2 for 1, can't remember. But yep, that leveling up system made me keep going, because I know level 10 was an achievement. Also GP level in order to unlock a team was another achievement on the way to getting to level 10. I think that might have been level 7 or something like that. Oh, we've gone all over the place here. Where are we going? There we go, back here. Yes, that's where we were. Change your rider's helmet, customization, another super easy one to do. Sign your first contract into career mode, so basically start it, choose a team. Enter your social feeds, go into your computer in the career mode, in the little hub bit, super easy. Race using helmet view. As long as you mash the right button, the view button, which I think is select on this. I did actually make an achievement guide for it because there wasn't one. As soon as it realises you've actually been in helmet view, even if it's only for a whole second, then that will trigger. Not a difficult one to do at all. Complete team objective in career mode. So once you start career mode, that's pretty much easy if you're playing on rookie. Got 20,000 fans in career mode. Again, this has just egged me on to play it because I knew 40,000 fans in career mode was an achievement as well. So it's getting quite a few fans just by continually winning races. Spend a total of 2 minutes doing wheelies. That's cumulative, not in one go, so that's not difficult to do. Starting off offline race on pole position. So yep, just do the qualifying and smash it out. And then once you've achieved that pole position, make sure you get the fast lap and win the race as well. And then we did the Italian track with an Italian rider achievement outside of the championship mode. Made sure I picked an Italian rider, did Italian track. That got us to level 10, but before we bailed on the game, we did the same again, but with Spanish rider, Spanish track, in one race mode. Job done. And that is the 260G out of MotoGP 13, possibly still more that I can get. I don't know. Yeah, there we go. Look, winner races Valentina Rossi and Laguna Seca. So there's more that I can get out of this game, but I just realised it's probably time to move on. But a nice 330G in a day, I think, or in a good session or so. I should have looked at the dates before I bowed out of there. Anyway, we went straight on to MotoGP 14. We didn't spend as long with this, but we've still got 7 achievements for 110G. So yeah, use rewind. That's another one press button jobby, and reaching the speed and maintaining it for 2 seconds. Again, long straight on the track, you'll be fine. Continuous wheelie for 8 seconds rather than the cumulative total of 2 minutes in this game. 8 seconds wheelie, not too difficult with a little bit of practice. And again, modifying the bike settings in the menu, not difficult. Hit the track for the first time in career mode. Again, just start career mode. The first career mode track is Bruno, and complete the race, don't have to win it, that'll get you that achievement. And then I went to time attack and set a time on a track for an easy achievement there as well. So a nice and easy 110G with not much time spent with the game. So then we did MotoGP 15. Honestly, the MotoGPs are about to end. So in this, we done the speed one again, 211 miles an hour, pretty wanted to do this time. Win a race with an official rider for the MotoGP class in any game mode. Did that again in one race quick mode. During the race session, modify the bike pins. Yep, this one's come up before as well, hasn't it? In one of the early games, just go to the pit before you start your race and change one tiny little thing and it'll pop. Win a race with a Ducati team bike in any game mode, and then we went through the bikes and just won a race in Grand Prix or one race mode, whatever that is called in this game. So Aprilia, Team Suzuki, Movistar Yamaha, and Repsol Honda, done them all, and then moved on from this game. But a nice easy 140G in a little bit of a small session with MotoGP 15. Right, Motorcycle Club, I know we dipped in and out of this one in no time at all. Dipped in, customised my clothing once, I customised the helmet once, 5G per achievement, 10G, no time at all, popped out of that, moved on to Nailed. Played this a little bit, little quad racing game even, and we gain a boost feature using pressure control, win your first Nailed events, win a race by more than 5 seconds, and win a tournament race in which you crashed at least 5 times. So I did a few races in this, so these may not have all unlocked in the same race, but all of the descriptions there are pretty much self-explanatory, and with a bit of practice none of them are too difficult. Naruto Storm, I think the R stands for Revelations. We forced an opponent out of a 4-person battle, so I had a 4-person battle against 3 AI, and I think the person with the most energy wins, but I just completely targeted one person and mashed the button until I beat that one person. They got eliminated, because unless you really target one person, you aren't actually going to be able to knock anybody out with the time that you're given. certainly the default time you was given. Maybe there's a time to adjust it, I don't know. I just went into it on a low setting, low difficulty, and as I say, picked on one person, got them out of the battle, got that achievement. Naruto Storm G, which I think stands for Generations. I might be wrong on both of those, but yeah, the full name isn't in the title for some reason. A quick 5G out of this one. We got, I believe, earned your first S rank in battle. So yes, if you win a match via a perfect, that's exactly what will happen. So put it on a low difficulty and do a 1v1v the computer, and not too difficult. I say not too difficult. I think it took me a couple of attempts actually, because I'm not very good at these Naruto games, but that wasn't too difficult. NASCAR 09, what did we do in that one? We won a sprint cup race, minimum of 11 opponents, so you can set that up again as a one-off thing in a certain mode and set it to 11 opponents, jack the difficulty down, and basically once you get yourself out in front, if you don't know the tactics and how it works like me, just block them and eventually you'll get there. I think you can set it to like 3 laps minimum, and yeah, that's exactly what I had to do. So I got to the front of the pack quite quickly, and then they were all catching me up, so I just played blocker and got that achievement. Naughty Bear, this was fun. This was actually fun. Naughty Bear scored a total of 1 million naughty points. I think you have to do that in one level, perhaps. I don't know, but we completed the first episode, and do you know what? It was actually surprisingly a lot of fun. So yeah, I just went around smashing up everything, and obviously in this you assault the other bears and you kill them. That gets you points as well. So basically I made sure I got 1 million points before I left the level, and got a 2 for 1 there. Surprisingly enjoyed that game. Didn't expect to enjoy it as much as I did. Naval Assault, this was tutorial. Yep, they went on for a bit, not difficult, follow the on-screen instructions, but yeah, half hour, 45 minutes, did take a long while to get through them though. Just took time, wasn't difficult or anything like that. Right, so we're on a run of basketball games now, so we're going to pop a lot of similar achievements in games here. Achieved by winning the 3-point shootouts. Right, so you can actually, this is like a little thing you can do outside of like the main career mode, you know. And I went into that 3-point shootout. You can set up a competition against yourself and use one controller. So that's pretty much what I did. Obviously, with my main account that went up first, I just tried to score as many as I can and got a couple. You know, I wasn't particularly good at it, but with the second account, I was literally just sort of dragging down left and tapping the shoot button like constantly so that he wouldn't actually shoot anywhere near the basket, and purposely lost with the second account. So I was able to get that really easily. Create a 2K Beats playlist, go into the Beats playlist, remove one track, go in and out of it a couple of times. Sometimes you go in and out of it once it saves and it unlocks. A couple of times in other games I had to go in and out of it a second time for it to kind of save and unlock. But yeah, create a playlist is super easy, as is creating a player, and you'll see these 3 achievements again in the next game probably. Let's have a look. Yep, 2K9, we got the 3-point shootout and the Beats playlist and the creator player. Did exactly the same thing as the last game. Possibly the same in this game. Yep. Exact same 3 achievements, did exact the same thing. 2K12, only 2 in this one. What we've done in this one: create a player and create a 2K Beats playlist. The same as the other 3 games, those 2 achievements. I think the point shot contest thing has disappeared by the time we got to this year. 2 in this one. Is it the same again? The Beats playlist. Oh, and now it's the shoe creator one. So this is going to crop up a few times now. Yep, they brought in the fact you can sort of create your own shoe for your character. So literally go into that mode, change one thing, save it, achievement unlocks. Again, super easy to pop in and out, and just pop these 2 achievements out of this game. And I think I did the same 2 achievements in 2K14. Yep, playlist, shoe creator. Let's see if it was the same in 2K15, another achievement as well. Oh, right, this one's going to pop up in the next couple of games as well. So, yeah, we did these 2 again, the shoe and the playlist. Yeah, go into beginning association, the game mode for that, and literally keep mashing A, name a couple of things, start the association, achievement unlocks. Nice, super easy one. Mind you, I think it takes you, like, I don't know, 3 to 5 minutes to get through that process, but super easy to do. So I think 16 is going to be the same as 15. Yep. Done the association, done the beats, done the shoe, and probably 2K18 as well. I haven't got full 17 yet even. Yep, beginning association, beats playlist, shoe creator. There we go. So yeah, did all those, I think, all in one night. I can't remember. I should have looked at the dates again. Right, NBA Jam. NBA Jam, another NBA game, but a completely different achievement. Keep yourself or your teammate on fire until it exhausts by making 5 or more unanswered baskets. A game against yourself. 2 controllers for this one, and you can do that. 3 controllers will make it even easier because you can have both oppositions of the team assigned to a controller. If you only use one controller, obviously the AI will be helping your second controller. So you kind of that's what I did. I could have got a third controller out. I didn't. Would have made my life a lot easier, but we still got it done in one game. So when the AI of the opposition has got it, just go straight over to him. He'll chuck it to your second controller, and then candy from a baby, take it off him. Make sure you just use the same player of the 2 that you are, and 5 unanswered baskets in a row. You go on fire, and you unlock that achievement. So I was able to get that one done in not a lot of time with a 2 controller technique. Right, so on to the live games. Live 009, what did we do? Win a game with no dunks or 3-point shots in a solo game versus the CPU. So with these ones in the live games, you change the rules to help you, so there's no backcourt violation, there's no shot clock, there's no nothing. And what you do is obviously make sure you're in the 2-point area only, score a basket, score a couple of baskets, and then every time you get the ball off your opponents, just stay in your backcourt and stand still. If you turn the backcourt violation on, they won't even come over and try and get the ball off you. The time will run out. Makes it super easy. Might have done that in another game, but I can't remember. We're about to find out. We've got 3 achievements in 10. Hit 6 pointers with a single player in a single game. Get a solo dunk and get 3 points. Get a 3-pointer for the first time in a game. That was it. A bit slow on reading that one. Apologies. So, yep. Basically, I did the trick in the last game with this game and got those 3 achievements out of it. So, yeah, just make sure you use the same player for that one. And then, obviously, getting one will come along at the same time. I did the solo dunk thing as well. Although I think I had to look up how to do that. And just because, yeah, just went into the game without looking at anything and any instructions. But, yep, nice to easy 3 achievements in one game there. Obviously, by the way, I'm picking one of the best sides against one of the worst sides as well. Right, Need for Speed Carbon, this one we've got here. Escape after 12 minutes police pursuit in career free roam. The advice I read from this is the one I targeted when I had a look at TA and the list of achievements. Basically, good advice on this one read on the website was to do this achievement straight away, because if you do it after you've been playing the game for a bit and you've leveled up, because obviously it's got a leveling up system, and you'll say like level 20, you're going to be chased by level 20 police, and it's going to be an absolute nightmare to do. So while you're level 1 / accidentally on level 2 or whatever, make sure you drive around until you get pursued by the police, and for a while you'll actually have to slow down for them to catch up with you. Obviously once you get nearer to the 12 minutes there's a few more of them out there, and you will have to genuinely outrun them. However, it won't be too difficult. It will just be difficult for almost about the first 5 minutes getting them to stay with you. You'll almost have to drive slow and let them stay with you. But yeah, this is one that you should target very early on, and if you do, it's not that difficult, and you'll get it done within no time at all. That took no longer than, I don't know, 15-20 minutes. But that is Need for Speed Most Wanted, and this is the 2012 named version of this game, because there are 2 called Most Wanted on the 360. And we empty the full nitrous bar without hitting anything, so find a nice long straight and get your nitrous bar charged up and just unleash. But use the body shop to paint or repair your car for the first time is another easy one to do in this game as well. So I think this is the one where you drive through garages and it sort of repairs your car. And yeah, no, super easy, as is that as well. Right, above that we've got Need for Speed Rivals. I believe there's a short tutorial section on this, and if you do that short tutorial section, which I don't think you can ignore, you will end up banking your skull for the first time and get that super easy achievement. Probably be your first achievement in the game. Shift 2 Unleashed, spent a bit of time with this because I really enjoyed Shift Unleashed, so Shift 2 Unleashed proved to be just as enjoyable. I played it until I reached driver level 5, which took a bit of time beyond doing these. So complete the event purely from helmet cam. Thankfully you don't have to win, so we did that and did awful. I hate that view, and then went back and replayed the event and won it, but not in helmet cam view. But that's super easy to do. Track master your first location, stay on the driving line, and then every corner you have to kind of master within the 3 laps that you're racing by staying on it, and it changes different colour on your mini-map. But yeah, stay on the racing line, you'll get that, not difficult at all. Won your first event set badge, beating the first target time in a hot lap event. Obviously, again, I played on a low difficulty, so those 2 achievements weren't difficult for me to do, and I kept playing the game, doing races until I got to driver level 5 to get that one as well. And this is a game that I'm going to want to go back to and play, because I really enjoyed, like I said, Shift Unleashed, so I put a lot of time into that game, and I want to put some time into this game as well, because, like I said, really enjoyed it. Supremacy MMA above that, and this is one that we did a bit of boosting on with my good friend Ross of Bohr, although I did regrettably carry on for a little bit after we finished boosting. So this was all winning certain types of matches online, so ranks match, revenge match and final fight match, at different quantities of doing this are all the achievements we got, as well as just winning X amount of fights. So obviously that's just a rank match. You win it, you get that one. But a revenge match is if you lose a match, you get the chance to challenge them. And then if you win that match in which you challenge them, it's the revenge match, you get an achievement. So if you then lose a revenge match, you can then re-challenge the person to a final fight match, and then obviously win that match and you'll get this achievement. So you have to kind of take it in turns to sort of win first and then challenge, and eventually you can get the numbers up to, I think it's 10 of each to get all these achievements. But yeah, just winning 5 ranked matches will get you an achievement. Level 5 with any fighter will come along while you're working on this. Obviously the early levels do go up rather quickly, so yeah, winning 10, and this is what I mean, 5 live revenge matches, 5 final fight matches, 10 revenge and 10 final fights. So they're not awful numbers, but because of the way you have to get them, they do take a little bit longer than you might first imagine, but not too difficult to do, certainly with a boosting buddy, which is exactly what I did. But anyway, I should have left it at that, but by the time we'd done all of that, I was up to like level 11, and I thought, well, 15 ain't far away. How wrong I was. They do take a while after that. I spent probably nearly another 2 hours after we'd spent probably an hour to an hour and a half doing all of this slots, and yeah, eventually got to level 15 with the fighter that I've been using all this time, but probably shouldn't have done, but I reached the point of no return, and yeah, eventually got there. That was actually played over the crisp of midnight. It took that long, because yeah, we finished doing the achievement boost and I don't know, half 10, 11, and I still ended up going past midnight to get this achievement that day, which is why those are on different days in the timestamps. Right, never dead above that. A quick easy one in the tutorial, early storytelling section. Take a trip down memory lane. Yep, pops very early on while it's teaching you what buttons to press, so nice easy one there. NFL Tour, I know not a lot about NFL and how to play it, all the rules of the game, but this was like mini modes, and it was actually quite enjoyable, and it was able to get done. Use TA's solution for most of these, so I would suggest you do that as well. But it teaches you, or tells you, which player to pick from which team to go up against, which player from which team, because a lot of these little game modes are like one-on-one, and you've got to get to the end zone, and as I say, they're super easy to do once I read the solutions on TA, so that's exactly what I'll do, what I'd advise you do. So yeah, win a game of Smash or Dash, one player, standard rules, veteran or harder, I think with over 50% possession. Again, obviously I'm cranking the difficulty down as well. Red Zone Rush, and then score on every possession in Red Zone Rush, play the same. Oh, yeah, then go to the normal mode and play 4 times in a row for an achievement as well. But yeah, please check trueachievements.com for the setup for those achievements. Right, so here we go, the NHL games. We've got a few of these to get through now. 07. Again, change the sliders and change the rules so that penalties and things like that are off to make things a lot easier for you. Pick the strong team against a really weak team, and then win a game in a rookie mode. Not too difficult once you get the hang of the game. I'm not very good at ice hockey games, so it took me a while, but if you're au fait with the ice hockey games, that should be no problem at all for you to get done rather quickly. So the same sort of thing, penalties obviously lowered in all of the other games, by the way, or turned off, should I say. But in this one we created we created a team, created a skater and put them in that team, and created a goalie and put them in that team, and then 3 for 1 once we started a game. It was super easy to do. I don't even think I had to start a game. Yeah, you just have to create them. Honestly, really easy to do. So that was nice, that one. NHL 10, I haven't got 09 by the looks of it. Complete the Bootflow interactive tutorial. I think that starts as soon as the game starts, so don't skip it, just do it. Super easy. In 12, what do we do in 12? Knock the helmet off an opposing player's head. I thought this would be as simple as just charging into someone while you were playing the game. I tried so many times, sent players flying, didn't come off, went on TA, and someone said the tip was that once there's a pause in play, actually charge the opposition goalie if they're on the screen, or get them on the screen and charge the opposition goalie. They'll go flying and the helmet will come off nearly every time. That's exactly what I did, and I got that achievement. 13. In 13, we score while skating at full speed. Forget what you have to hold down. I can't remember if it was one of the triggers, or perhaps it was even a thumbstick in. But yeah, skating at full speed and then scoring a goal, not too difficult to do. In 14, we've got a couple of achievements. Oh, right. So yeah, start from behind your net, skate up and score without passing. So if you've got that on, again, on the easiest difficulty, that's not too bad to do. I think it took me a couple of attempts to do though, which was quite annoying, but we got there eventually. And complete hospitality settings, so I decided to go for that, even though I popped a super achievement, which is just a settings based thing, which is always easy. But I think we did that in the next game as well. Pretty sure, yes we did the exact same 2 achievements again. So yeah, put it on easy, skate behind your goal all the way up, shoot, hopefully score first time. But yeah, it took me a couple of attempts, I think, on both games a few times. Right, on to the 2K games. Earn all 3 stars on a rookie difficulty or higher in single player game. I lowered the time per game down to as short as possible, and as long as you score a goal and don't concede one, you should be able to get 3 stars in a game at the end of it. So not a difficult achievement to do, again, especially if you're good at ice hockey games. Pick a strong team against a weak team on the lowest difficulty, shorten the time so you don't spend too long on it. Not tough at all. Right, on 9 we got 4 achievements. Alright, so we've got an achievement for winning a game, and a total of 10 user penalties in minutes, 10 user assists, and 5 user goals. So I didn't actually win my first game on this, I don't believe, but I was trying to manufacture these or get these up, and I thought we might as well get more than one achievement out of this game. I think I won my second game and got these along the way. I think I drew the first one or something like that, rather embarrassingly or whatever. But yeah, we got 5 goals and 10 assists, and got loads of penalty minutes because I didn't turn them off, and I don't understand the rules of the game, to be honest with you. So that became very easy. But there's a lot of cumulative achievements in that one, but some of them are like 1,000, I think. Let's go back into it, or something like that. 40 assists, 100 assists, 200 assists, 1,500 assists, yeah. So yeah, that's going to take a long time, that game. So in 10, what do? We create a team, create a player, 2 simple things to do, in and out of that in no time at all. Right, Ninja Blade, I was actually really enjoying this. This was a good game. I enjoyed this game, and I didn't even finish the first level. Got quite a way into it before I thought, you know what, let's move on to another game, because yeah, we're getting behind. So 90G, 8 achievements, and all of this stuff happened in the first level. In fact, 2 pot for 1 in the very first sequence, where I came up against 4 guys at the beginning, and it taught me what to do with regards to some of the combat. So I got a 10 hit combo from those 4 guys and a 3 kill combo straight away. It could have ended there, but we played on for a bit, and a lot of this stuff it teaches you to do. So taught you how to do it, and then you did one, so you got an achievement. So complete a to-do me attack, I think that's how it's pronounced. Complete a finish attack, use a cyclone Shiryuken to put out a fire. You need to progress through the level by doing that. So again, it teaches you it, you do it, you get the achievement. Destroy a piece of armor, achieved a 50 kill combo. So obviously there was a section with a lot of enemies at one point. Again, not difficult in the first level. Upgraded my sword as well before we finally thought, you know what, let's move on to the next game. Didn't spend a lot of time with this game at all, was enjoying it, probably half hour or so. Really good game. This is one that I'm going to want to play soon, properly that is. Right, next up we got Contra. We've got a couple of XBLA games that I bought and had sitting around for a while, and we played. I thought, let's pop an achievement out of these, why not? Collect 4 different weapon power-ups. I played the first level until I did that. Finished the first level, didn't get any other achievements out of it. I think there's an achievement for doing 1 level without dying once, so I'll go into a tunnel without losing a life. Yeah, unfortunately I did. But yeah, just quickly popped that achievement there, 4 different weapon power-ups. So yeah, we should play a bit of Contra and get more out of this at some points. And game 350, in which I've unlocked an achievement in on the 360, different one, was actually Ikaruga. And in that one, we destroyed that boss, which is the boss at the end of the first level. The good thing about this is when you finish a level, it actually saves the ability to start at the next level every time. So that's probably the second level boss, but now I can, because I've done the first level, I can start at the second level and then hopefully get that. But I thought we'll just play this, we'll get this first achievement and then we'll move on from it. A nice easy 10G and my 350th game that I've unlocked an achievement in on the 360. So Ninja Gaiden 2, what did we do in this one? Successfully mastered reverse wind technique, Shadow's footsteps technique, and furious wind technique. Again, stuff early on that you're going to pick up and be told how to do, and then you've mastered them. So again, not difficult at all. So yeah, not even 20 minutes work I think that was. But yeah, something you have to do as you're progressing along, again in the opening level or tutorial section. I can't remember if it had one or not, but it's certainly in the opening level of the game. Right, Immersive, this was a strategy game, spent ages on this, didn't know what I was doing, just eventually got an achievement out of it, eventually completed Welcome to Atlantic City. A lot of this is, again, kind of tutorial, it's teaching you what to do, obviously, as you're playing it. Eventually got the first mission done, which was Atlantic City. Yeah, it took ages. If you're good at strategy games, it'll probably take you half the time, but I'm not, so yeah, I used the button prompts and worked it out eventually, but took longer than it should have done. But yep, that's just for finishing the first mission. Spent a bit of time with PES 2011. Do enjoy a football game. So awarded for a comeback win. So again, I put it on like super easy mode and then scored an own goal and then won the game. As long as you go behind, don't have to be behind at half time and wait for half time. As long as you go behind and then win, that achievement will unlock. So winning stoppage time, actually messed this up a couple of times, but eventually got that done. So I think it has to be in injury time, basically, in the second half. So obviously the very end of the game. So yeah, eventually managed to get that manufactured. Won a game as well. Yeah, as you can tell, I made myself draw a lot, and eventually actually got that to pull off. But then I go, no, I must have done that first and then gone for that. So I did me comeback with, and then thought, do you know what? We'll go for the stoppage time one. That took a couple of attempts. So yeah, what if I think I played through a Champions League, so got to the knockout stage, scored 5 hat tricks. So yeah, I did it. I think you can do this in one game technically if you've got the time. But for every game I played as I was going through the Champions League, I made sure one player scored a hat trick until we've done 5 games. I've got 5 hat tricks. Right. So these are all stuff that are going to be super easy on the lowest setting. Committing less than 1 foul per match in your last 10 matches. Just don't slide. Do standing tackles if you need to do them. Super easy. Again, this is on the easiest difficulty. Once you sort of got yourself in a winning position, you can actually just stand with the ball and no one will tackle you. So that'll make that achievement super easy if you do it that way. Winning 10 consecutive matches. You'll do that before you even win the Champions League. So yeah, because that was an achievement, I thought we might as well unlock as many as we can along the way. Use the group stage for those early ones, like this one here. A couple of draws didn't affect getting through the group stage and winning it. So awarded for playing over 20 matches, having 2 goals per match in your last 5. So I made sure I always scored 2 goals after I'd won the Champions League and played a few more games. So yeah, decided to win the Copa Santander Libertadores as well. That took longer than I would have hoped, but I didn't know the setup of it. So got that done. And whilst going for this, playing at all stadiums, I literally sat through a list of stadiums, delete them off, and what I was doing is it says play at, but I made sure I won the game as well. I'd score 1 goal and then do the trick of just standing with the player in my back half of the pitch. But once I got to a couple of stadiums left, I thought, you know what, I'm going to go for that. And in the very last game, I was picking Portugal all the time, and I quickly learned that Deco had quite a good shot on him from a distance. I was actually able to get it. So that one's a tricky one to get by all means, because I've done this achievement in other PES games, but I was able to actually nick that one as well. If I hadn't got that before I played the last stadium, I would have probably left it and moved on, but I got lucky. I thought, why not? Let's in the second half of the last couple of games, the last couple of stadiums, just go for it. And I got it in the last game. Actually, the first half of the last game, but I got it in the last game. Right, Wanchanbara Bikini Samurai Squad, that is actually called. Complete quest number 1, One Bizarre Woman. That is for doing some sort of stance move where you press Y and B together, but it uses up energy, and you have to do it 10 times for level 1, because it says level 1 to 3, 20 times for level 2, and 30 times for level 3. You can get energy and then obviously do some more, but you have to do one of each in different levels, which I didn't realise. I've actually previously played this game, and I've got up to chapter 4, and I finished chapter 4, and obviously unlocked chapter 5. But I then went back to chapters 1 and 2 to do 20 and 30 stances. But it's strange that a lot of these are completing quests, but not actually doing missions. So it's very strange setup, because when you go to the quests sort of page, there's 3 little dots, and you have to fill the dots up to say that you've done level 1, 2 or 3, but it'll put the number of the level you've done into the dots, so you can't use the same level twice for the next stage of doing the quest. But I read on True Achievements that this was the easiest one to go for, so that's why I went for it and got it. I was worried that might be one of those games I shelve and go back to later, because it's going to take a very long time. So I was very pleased to get that done. What's this one? Dragon Force Rising. Operation Flashpoint. Dragon Rising. There we go. Got there in the end. I think this was his tutorial. Your fire team destroyed the radar emplacement in Dragon Rising. Actually, is tutorial. You have to go up to it, plant some C4, and then walk back and set it off. It is partially tutorial, partial level, basically. I would say, to be honest with you, but not difficult to do. Can do it very early on in the first mission, so that's what we did with that one. Another SPS there. So we've got Flashpoint again, but this time it was Red River. This one was actually easier than the other one, because we didn't even have to play the game. Although I started playing the game, I thought, we can just customise a weapon. Went back to the title screen, changed one thing. As soon as I exited it, job done. We customise it, got our achievement. So the orange box, I chose to play Portal. All day long I was going to play Portal, and what a game. Acquire the fully powered Aperture Science handheld Portal device. So once your gun can make both coloured portals, an orange and a blue one, you have to do quite a few puzzles to get there. The first few aren't difficult, but the one that you kind of have to do to then get the orange portal ability for your gun was a little bit tricky, but we got there in the end. But Portal is so much fun, but that is level progressional. You'll get it eventually once you've done. I want to say we did hit double figures, but only just in puzzles you had to do. But it does teach you a little bit, and the thing talks to you and gives you tips and or sort of subtle ideas on how to do it in a very cheeky manner, as she does, but not difficult. But you will play the game for a little bit, but that's not a problem, because Portal is so much fun. Overlord, what a weird game this was, with little minions that follow you around. So you have retrieved the tower heart and powered up the tower, so it's very tutorial based at the beginning and teaching you how to play the game, and you'll get the tower heart almost by doing that tutorial section sort of at the end of it. Not difficult at all. Overlord 2, the same sort of thing happened. You cause mayhem during a prelude, so you're playing the first level, you go into this little town, it's actually Christmas, you fire a rocket at a Christmas tree, and that creates mayhem, and you'll get that achievement. But the mission is, it's got its little sort of arrow on a mini map telling you where to go, as well as it being quite tutorial heavy early on, so that'll all guide you in getting that achievement. But you'll have to spend a few minutes in order to get there, but it's not difficult to do. Guilty Gear 2 Overture. This game surprised me. It's not a fighting game, it's more of a Dynasty Warrior style game, and that achievement again is basically finishing all of the tutorial stuff. It'll teach you combos, dodges, evades, all manner of things, and the button prompts will be on the screen, and you have to do sort of like the before things, and it'll teach you, and it'll say how to do them, and you have to do them to sort of make it go green and with a tick. Basically everything's tutorial in that mission there. That's why it's mission 0 and not 1. It's very easy to do. Just follow all the on the screen stuff and you'll get it in no time at all. And just for a little quirky thing, this was the 360th 360 game I unlocked an achievement in doing this challenge this year, so I just thought that was a nice little thing. Pac-Man and the Ghostly Adventures 2, 3D platforming fun. This really is. I've done the first one 1000G'd it. I played a little bit of the second one here, and chomp every container in a level, make sure you hit every bin in the first level you do. grab 200 pack pellets in a single level. Very easy to do in the first level as well. And in the hub world, literally visit every room, go up every lift, find everybody, talk to everybody once, all of your friends, and you'll get that achievement as well. So before we did the first level, we went around doing that. I was just like, I have to at least play a level because this game is so much fun. So this is one I'm going to go and play real soon after I've got through my achievement from every game thing, or the 1st of July has started and we've decided to really dig into games. This is one I'm going to be heading for. What a game. Right, Painkiller, Hell and Damnation. What do we do here? Smash all objects at tutorial level. There's some crates and you have to smash them to finish it. It's as simple as that. So yeah, get yourself through that tutorial section, smash those crates. Super easy achievement in no time at all, around about 10 minutes in. Payday 2, 2 achievements in this. Again, this happened in the first level when it's telling me what to do and where to go. In the safe house, find a hidden basement, and until I put on the mask. Those happen very early on while being instructed what to do around that first sort of level area. Nice and easy achievements there. Perfect Dark Zero, I spent a bit of time with this, a good couple of hours, because I did a 2-controller thing and sat through it and did 100 headshot kills, which obviously got us to 10 as well, but also got 100 kills in a deathmatch as well as 10 kills in a deathmatch. So I set it up against me and a second controller, made the rule 100 kills for a win, and kind of wish I hadn't, because I got to a certain point I thought, do you know what, I won't go for the 100, this is around 20, this is going to take ages, and I was like, the achievements haven't unlocked, and I looked up the achievements unlocked at the end of the match, so I then had to sit there and go through the 100 kills. So we sat through that, spent a good couple of hours doing it, getting the 100, literally aiming for the head every time with my second controller. But yeah, got 60G out Perfect Dark Zero before moving on. Planet 51, this is again a very early on sort of tutorial achievement that happens. Complete the tutorials, there you go. Complete tutorials. Yep, nice and easy, doesn't take long at all. Plants vs Zombies Garden Warfare. I think this might be the last one. It is the last one for this update. Plants vs Zombies Garden Warfare. I really enjoy all the Garden Warfare games. With this one, I kind of did one game and nothing happens. So I went into the Garden Ops mode. But this time, on the title screen, you get awarded some sort of sticker pack things when you first start a game. I opened some of those and you can earn like fortification things to use when you try to use one of the fortification things. If you start a game up without opening any sticker packs, you haven't actually got anything you can use. So grow 5 plant pots in a session and grow a pot. I knew that 5 in a session was an achievement, so I was like, I've got enough things to plant out of these sticker packs by going up to these little plant pots. So basically, you're like in Garden Ops, you're defending your thingy, and there's these little plant pots around that are sort of flashing yellow, and you can plant something in them to sort of set up a fortification to help defend your thingy, as long as you've got some to use. So yeah, open up those stickers, it'll give you some to use. Just find 5 plant pots, and in Garden Ops there's quite a few spread around your base. Just plant 5 and you'll get those 2 achievements there along the way. And boy, do I need a drink. My voice has gone my throat's gone very dry for talking for what, nearly 50 minutes solid. But that is the April update for the Retrokit 2020 360 challenge. I hope to do more games, which means next video will be longer and I'll have a hell of a lot more to talk about. But we do need to, as I say, basically do everything I said at the beginning there and really re-strategize, rethink, or perhaps just literally forget everything else and dive into doing this and get the achievement from every game done and get on track. But like I said, halfway through the year hasn't arrived yet, so I'm not panicking. Just means I might have to have a hell of a solid second half of the year. If that is it, so be it. As I say, I've got easy games I can target. I've got Japanese and American games I can use as well. Some of those I can get a lot out of quite quickly. But I'm not panicking yet. If I get to, say, a couple of months to go and I still need, 40,000 or something like that, then panic will set in. But I've still got time on my side, and I'm going to do this. I hope I'm going to do this. I certainly do. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching or listening. I know some people just listen to these. Thank you very much, whatever you've done there. If you have enjoyed this and wouldn't mind hitting a thumbs up, that'd be awesome, because I like it when you do that. YouTube likes it when you do that, so thank you in advance if you do that. And please consider subscribing if you don't want to miss out on these updates and you're not subscribed already. If you do subscribe, I love you for it. Do love all my current subscribers already. But this just leaves me to say, ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for watching or listening, and as always, please do take care.